And we're just 8 days away from the ICC T20 World Cup 2024. And it's the one of the host side, USA. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, such a wonderful side. They're performing at their best this season. I have Joey from the New World Cricket out here with me all the way from USA. How does it feel to be part of the show, firstly? And how is USA playing currently?
Oh my gosh, you found a real American. Yes, I am here. I am from America and I am ready to talk about cricket. Can you believe it? And can you believe that we are on a winning streak? 6 games in a row. We haven't played a T20 international since 2022. I thought it was going to be disastrous. Our national governing body is about to be, suspended, and here we are beating Bangladesh, a full member nation. I mean, I can't even believe it. I don't know what to say anymore. It doesn't feel real. It feels like a dream, and I'm going to wake up in about 5 minutes, and I'm going to come crashing down to reality. But right now, I'm having fun, enjoying whatever this is.
Absolutely. But how does it feel like, as you spoke about defeating Bangladesh, winning the series with a game to play, Bangladesh bringing with their full strength side, and you guys are defending targets, chasing targets. It feels so good before the World Cup.
I mean, I wish it felt a little bit better. I wasn't ready for it. These games are happening, during the day for us in the United States. They're happening, when I'm at work. So you're kind of checking your phone and be like, oh my gosh, we won again. Cool. It feels great. I mean, obviously going back and checking it, I mean, it feels really good, but it will feel better during the World Cup. That's like the main focus that I have right now. But I mean, right now it feels fantastic, and we're just riding this. And I just hope we can sweep them, beat Nepal, and just continue our winning ways, because this will be for nothing if we, lose heavily to India and Pakistan and Ireland in the World Cup. So we just got to keep winning.
Absolutely. You have the momentum. It's just you need to carry it forward. And as I said, let's take a look into the squad for the United States of America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the four players we have, starting with Steven Till. I think he's very destructive at the top of the order. Aaron Jones is there, Nisar Patel, and you have the other one. So, how do you can figure out all the four of them? If you can start proceedings, please.
Okay. Yes. Stephen Taylor and Aaron Jones. I love these. I love these back-to-back batters. I like opening with them or having them in the 1, 2, 3, or 4 slot. Stephen Taylor is my dude. I like him batting first. He produces. He might not be the best numbers, but he's always there producing. And we saw Aaron Jones produce in the last game too, which was good to see because he hasn't been doing well in the first game with Bangladesh. But these two guys, 1, 2, 3, or 4 slot, perfect. I couldn't be happier with them batting. Nisar Patel, he's horrible. He doesn't belong on the team. I don't like him at all. I don't know how he got on the squad, to be honest. I mean, who is this guy? That if you go into like USA cricket circles, we're not too happy with him right now.
So the reason behind you have picked Nisar Patel, not an Indian, as if so many Indians, and Unmuk Chand was a bright future out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not so much really with Ukman Chand. It's so more so that he's using his influence to get on the World Cup team. When we have so many younger players that could be on this team that are ready to, learn and advance. I don't think he needed to be on this team. And so there's some controversy surrounding that. If you follow more closely United States cricket circles, you could learn more about like why that is. I'm kind of like parroting what other people are saying. I'm trying to support these guys here, but yeah, I not sure if I even want to cheer when he's playing. Like he's that's all I really should say to get into it. I don't think he's going to be a big component of this team. And so hopefully he's on the bench as much as possible.
Okay, let's move on for them. And Shadley Vance.
Yes.
Somebody. Yeah.
Yes, I love Slim Shadley Van Schalkwijk. This guy, I mean, I'm just learning about him. I think he's originally from South Africa, and this guy is fantastic. I love this guy. Kind of an all-rounder. can produce some really good batting and late up in the lineup, like when we're struggling, but also get wickets when we need it. So, I mean, he's very versatile, very like not someone you would realize it can be so destructive on the lineup. So I'm really happy to have him here.
Okay, so you have pretty much summed up the four players we have here. Going to the next four, it is Andrews Goose, Corey Anderson. So good to see him back in the international circuit.
Oh, yeah.
Harmeet Singh, your match winner in the first T20, and Milind Kumar. So many promising, experienced players. Sum it up for me, please.
Oh, all four of these guys are great. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. Andres House and Corey Anderson, obviously they had international careers elsewhere and come to the United States, kind of like what Ukmang Chan was hoping to do. But
Yeah.
they immediately produced. I mean, I think this is their first time playing on the United States squad officially, or in this type of capacity, and so it's just great. It just feels normal and natural to have them on the lineup. So I'm happy to have them here. I mean, Andres House, he had a duck yesterday, but other players compensate for him. So we have so much depth that if one player falters, other players can compensate for that loss. So that's why I really like having Corey Anderson here. I'm really liking his bowling too as an all-rounder. So these two guys are fantastic. Harmeet Singh too. I mean, he was a player of the match the first game, getting very important wickets as a bowler. I mean, he's just absolutely essential to our bowling lineup. Him and Milind Kumar, just absolutely fantastic, especially Harmeet Singh. I think he's just a special player, and he could come in, very critical moments when we need him in the bowling. So couldn't be happier with this guy.
Okay, so here are the four players we are done. Now going to the remaining four, rather the next four, comes your captain alongside Nitish Kumar, Noshtush, as well as Shayan. So how do you look into that? Monak Patel, definitely your opening partner alongside Stephen Taylor?
Yeah, I would say so. Monak Patel, Stephen Taylor, 1-2. Monak Patel has been pretty good with the bat. So I like him in that second spot. With Stephen Taylor, Aaron Jones, Notush Kanjige, he's been fantastic since 2018. Like he's been solid the entire. Like he is the most consistent player I think that we've had on the United States lineup with bowling, and so just having him here in the lineup. I don't think he played yesterday, which was a little, I mean, maybe they're making, trying new things, but still having him here is just having him on the lineup. It just gives me a sense of comfort. And then also Shayan Jakahir, pretty good. I'm still learning about him, to be honest. So I don't know too much about him, but he seems like a pretty good player. But yeah, these other three guys, fantastic.
Okay, so they are promising as well, according to you. Going on to the final three players, you have Jassi Singh. He is another one talented. Ali Khan, your match winner of the previous game against Bangladesh. And you have Saurav as well. If you could sum up the remaining three players, please.
Ali Khan is like our star. He is the all-star of the team. He's the one international player that, people would know from other leagues. So obviously, what more can I say that people already know about him? But you saw what he can do yesterday, getting those 3 wickets at the end. I mean, what more could we ask for? Just having that professionalism in there. Jassi Singh, I've loved for a long time with his bowling. I think he's a dangerous option. Just the depth of this bowling, the different types of bowling options. And then with Netrabal, he got the opening wicket yesterday. So getting important wickets, like we have so many different options here. I love the depth and the availability of these bowlers here. So fantastic 3 options here.
Fantastic 3 options. So you have pretty much summed up the squad. Thank you so much for that, Joseph. We're done with the squad. Let's take a look into the fixtures for USA.
Oh, yes.
Here are the fixtures, the 4 teams they are facing, starting with Canada, then Pakistan, then Mighty Indians and Ireland. A tricky group, but I tell you, I can see at least 2 matches you can fancy your chances. Maybe a Pakistan as well.
Ooh, I don't think we're going to beat Pakistan. Canada, we will absolutely destroy. And I don't think we've ever lost to Canada ever in any sport ever. I mean, I could go check that, but they're our little brothers. And I'm a big Canadian fan. I've spent a lot of time in Canada. So when USA is not playing Canada, I am on Team Canada with my Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Yes, I love Canada, but we will absolutely annihilate them. It's not going to be fun. It's not even going to be a fun game to watch because it's going to be such destruction, and we're going to
Okay.
embarrass them so bad. So that out of the way, I think we have a somewhat good chance of beating Ireland. I think Ireland is self-destructive sometimes too.
Mhm.
Like they're their own worst enemy, and so you have the same problems that Bangladesh does.
Mhm.
But I think India, we have no chance at all of winning against, and definitely not Pakistan. I think Pakistan is going to be special this tournament. And I know you're kind of like, oh, why Pakistan? I feel like they've learned a lot from the Cricket World Cup last year,
Okay.
and that they're really holding a grudge and they're really trying to prove something. So I really feel something special coming the way of Pakistan. But India, too, I think will be impossible to beat. There's just too much depth. And
Okay.
the T20 version of cricket, it's a lot shorter, so you can have more surprises. But I think with
Correct.
their depth, with their abilities, Pakistan and India will be for sure advancing out of this group. I don't think it'll be possible to beat those two teams.
Okay. So you're going with the favorites. Absolutely. It's the
Yeah.
heavyweights, Pakistan and India. That's fair enough. But we are done with the fixtures. Let's take a look at the last 3 years of the T20 World Cup. Has USA performed? Unfortunately, they have not participated. But how does it feel special, Joseph? I'll come to you to host a tournament like this, and also the way you're playing. You said at the beginning, 6 games unbeaten. It feels special to get onto the biggest stage.
Yeah, there are some issues with our national governing body. There are things that I wish we could have done better for this World Cup. It doesn't really feel like it's a World Cup that's being hosted in the United States. It's just like United States is being used to put games in here, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
uh, we're having this temporary venue in New York, but what are the
Yeah.
benefits of that for the community in cricket? And so I think next time if we have an event in the United States, it should be a lower key event where we can build some community and some, long-term
Yeah.
cricket opportunities here in the United States to really build something and not just create like a quick, just have really high ticket prices and just have this huge event and then it disappear and then it's gone because
Mhm.
that's kind of what it feels like. It's still exciting. And I'm still
Yeah.
excited. I'm going to be going to New York for 2 games.
And is it the India Pakistan game?
No, I couldn't get tickets to that. It's so expensive. I'm yes, yes. I record in my daughter's room. I have a tiny house here, so I don't have the money to shell out for for those type of
That's too
tickets.
expensive. I heard
Oh
as well,
my
and then
God,
absolutely.
yeah.
But what's about the stadium? Like after it's done with the World Cup, are they going to keep it, or what's the update
It's a
from that?
modular stadium, so they'll keep the base structure of it, but a lot of the seating will go away. So I think it will seat a couple thousand after the tournament. Um, but I'm hoping that there remains more like opportunities for young people to get into cricket and to develop more homegrown talent. And so that's what you see with other World Cups. For example, in 1994, when we hosted the Soccer World Cup, we developed our own long-term Major League Soccer competition out of that World Cup, and we
Mhm.
created a lot of pipelines for young players to get into soccer. And that's what you're seeing nowadays, those players that started in the early 90s and the 2000s. And so I just don't see that happening in cricket. And it hurts to say that, but I think there's more opportunities in the future, especially with the Olympics. I mean, it's going to come back again and again.
Yeah.
But I feel like we can learn from the mistakes of this World Cup. It's only 3 venues. It's not we're not hosting the entire tournament. But I think,
Correct.
going forward, we need to really think about what our goal is to host a tournament and really
Absolutely.
do it the right way with a governing body that's got its heart in it for the country, in it for the people, all the players. that play cricket, not just the echelons of the cricket community. So
Absolutely. Yeah, understandable. So you guys are looking forward to after the World Cup as well, and I really like the way the project has been set up. We're done with the 3 years, and unfortunately they haven't participated, but they're looking forward to the Cricket World Cup 2024 in the
oh yeah.
T20 they're hosting. Let's move on look into the top five players to watch out for. Here are the five players I've chosen, Joseph, for you. It is Stephen Taylor, Andrews House, Corey Anderson, Harmeet Singh, and Ali Khan are the five players I've chosen to watch out for. Any other person you want to replace here and there or add out of the five players I've chosen?
No, we can keep this. We have my favorite player, Stephen Taylor here. He's an all-rounder. I love Stephen Taylor. He bats
Uh-huh,
first and he bowls, like 3 or 4 overs.
uh-huh.
He's not a good wicket taker, but he's consistent and he's got a low economy rate. So you have Andres House and Corey Anderson, which are kind of similar in my opinion. If one gets out, the other one produces.
Correct.
And so you have really good options. So just having that depth, that batting depth, really gives us a sense of comfort, when we're batting. And then Ali Khan, what we said about him before. And then Harmeet Singh, these are the two players of the matches against Bangladesh. I mean, what more? We learned a lot about them from those two games, like what they're able to do in getting those wickets. I mean, we bowled out Bangladesh. We bowled out a
Correct.
test nation side. I'm not sure that happens too much with associate
Yeah,
nations,
it
especially.
doesn't happen too much, but the way you all performed in the second T20, I think hats off for defending such a low total and keeping the belief. I think this sums up all the five players. You agree? Your favorite player, Steven Taylor, is there, and that makes it up very much about the five players to watch out for. Let's take a look into the leaders for the USA team. Here are the three people, and the captain is Monak Patel out here. The vice captain is Aaron Jones, and the coach is Stuart Law. Talk us through about Stuart Law first. A very good player. He was always a legend, but then talk us through how Monak Patel you're confident behind the stumps to lead your side.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Stuart Law. He just came in about last month. So we had a coach. I think he was from Guyana. I forget his name. So I'm not sure what kind of impact he's having on the team, to be honest. But I know he's well traveled and got a lot of experience coming from
Yeah.
Australia. So couldn't be happier to have someone like that in our team. And hopefully he'll stick around for the team going forward. Aaron
Absolutely.
Jones, love Aaron Jones. He's been with the team for a long time. Same thing with Monak Patel. He seems like he's got a good hold on the team. Seems like we have good team spirit and good team energy. So, to be honest, I don't know too much about his captaincy, but I really, really like these guys playing together, and they look like they're comfortable playing as a cohesive unit and happy. So I couldn't be happier with that.
But the way he's been leading the side from behind the stumps has really
Oh,
impressed me, and I
yeah.
couldn't be happy about that seeing as an Indian. But we are done with that. Let's take a look into the predicted playing 11 of the USA side. Here is my predicted playing 11, Joseph, and I think I would like to know your opinion. Sums up pretty much, but I think you will definitely say no Nisar Patel in my side, or you want somebody else. Does the rest of the players pick themselves?
I mean, this looks good. I'm trying to think of like a player that I had here that you don't. I don't think you have Aaron Jones, but we have depth with this team, and so that's what I really like. I think the bowlers, yes, I definitely get rid of Nisarg Patel immediately and put in.
Aaron Jones at number three.
Yeah, definitely, and I think everyone else is pretty good, and then you have some options on the bench too. Maybe Netravalkar in place of Nisarg Patel for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I don't want to see him play, but other than that, then this looks like a solid lineup.
Hmm.
It's so good to see Andres House and Corey Anderson in there. You have these
Correct.
new players here, and you have the familiar players like Stephen Taylor, Monak Patel, Jesse Singh. So yeah, this is exciting. This is an exciting lineup, and
Absolutely.
you just live with this team, and you just grow to love them. Like your family, and um, I just can't wait to watch the game tomorrow. But yes, I love
100%
it.
because the balance in the side is pretty much there. And that's the good thing because you have good enough bowlers, you have good enough
Mhm.
batsmen. So kudos to this side. Let's see how much they perform in the upcoming World Cup.
Yeah.
Done with the predicted playing 11. Let's take a look into Joseph and his predictions made for the T20 World Cup. That's something surprising, I must tell you, Joseph, but I want to know your viewpoint. You picked the four sides apart from West Indies. The rest of the three have not been picked, the rest of the guests. Talk us through Pakistan, Netherlands, Sri Lanka. No Sena countries. Give us an explanation, please.
I don't follow cricket outside of associate nations that much. I watch some Test cricket with Australia and England with the Ashes. I really just watch Test cricket with the test nations, and so I don't know. I want to. I feel like something in my brain saying Pakistan, Pakistan. So I had to pick them.
Okay,
Something's telling me Netherlands too. I think
okay.
Netherlands is going to be hot. I know they didn't win the Tri Series against Ireland,
Hmm.
but something's telling me Max O'Dowd and Bostelita are going to have a great tournament.
Even Vikramjit Singh is there, are part of the side, so they have a good squad. Talk
Yeah,
us through a little bit of Sri Lanka as well, please.
I think Sri Lanka is it's their time uh, to have a really good tournament. Again, it's just like going off kind of a guess, just an intuition here. I feel
Hmm.
like they are in a group that is a beneficial group to advance. So it also depends on like the group that you're in, and I think they're in the right group um, to advance to the semis. And West Indies, they have the home field advantage, um, and so I just picked them. I'm not sure. I never know what to do with these because again, I only watch associate nations, so I'm
Absolutely,
kind of going
understood.
off of some guesses, and then whatever the case is, as long as Australia does not advance to the semifinals, I am happy. So not stand
It's
them.
just not you. I think you will have Indians alongside you who will say the
Yes.
same thing. We don't want Australia to win the trophy. But we are
No.
done with that. What are the leading run scorers and wicket takers for you? Let's have a look into that. You have gone with somebody like Max Dowd and Wanindu Hasaranga as a leading wicket taker and leading run scorer. Reasons behind Max Dowd you have explained, but why Wanindu Hasaranga? Just because the second part of the tournament is at West Indies, the spinners will be benefited.
Yeah, yeah, and he's been the leading wicket taker for a lot of different tournaments. So again, I'm not going off of, I'm fairly new to cricket, so I'm not going to try to act like I exactly know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to go off some precedent here, just the history that he's had with the with his type of bowling style, his spin bowling. I think he's going to get a lot of wickets. So I think he's
Okay.
potential. And then Max
Okay.
O'Dowd, I've always watched Max O'Dowd. I think when he gets hot, I think he can just be explosive. And I want to see him be the leading wicket taker. So I want someone in the associate nations to do that. This is the player I feel most comfortable with, and I don't feel like I could speak on a full member nation that well. So that's why I picked Max O'Dowd. So I didn't want to pick
Okay.
Virat Kohli. Everyone's going to pick Virat Kohli. So
You can see in your screen so many of them have picked Virat Kohli, so that sums it up pretty much. Let's take a look into who do you think will win the T20 World Cup 2024. Is the other host is the Jamaicans, West Indies, and I think it's a no-brainer because they're a powerhouse of a side, and you think that
yeah,
they will bring the trophy back home to their side?
I do. I think it might be time. Either they'll do really well, or they'll get far in the tournament. I think the home field advantage will be a huge.
Okay.
They know these stadiums. They've played in these stadiums in St. Lucia and wherever they are, Trinidad and Tobago. Like they are very familiar with these locations. So I think that familiarity will give them a huge benefit, especially with the boundaries, with hitting boundaries, with bowling, all those things. I think will really add up to give them the edge that they need to win this
Win
tournament.
the
So,
World Cup. Okay, so you
oh
have
yeah,
gone with West Indies.
oh
We're
yeah.
done with the predictions as well for the T20 World Cup. We have a quick trivia question for Joseph. Let's bring it up for USA Cricket. It's a very recently one. I think you should know this. Who was the highest run scorer in the second T20 game against Bangladesh? I did not give you the highest wicket taker because it was predictable. Who was the highest run scorer? Here are four options. Is it your favorite mate, Steven Taylor? Is it Corey Anderson? Is it the captain, Monak Patel? Or is it Harmeet Singh?
Oh yeah, that was Monak Patel, right?
Is it a guess or is it an answer?
I just did a video on this. I should know. I should.
Okay, that made it easier for you. Yes, it is Monak
Yeah.
Patel. Is the right answer. Monak Patel was the highest run score in the second T20 game against Bangladesh for them. That sums up pretty much. Thank you so much, Joseph. It was a wonderful show. We come to a conclusion. Before I sign off, let me know how did you enjoy the show with us?
Oh, this was awesome. This was everything I thought it could be and more. Thank you so much, Pratam, for having me on your show. Again, if you guys want to check out my channel, it is New World Cricket. We talk
Absolutely.
about the Associate Nations. We talk about United States and Canada, all the things that are new in the new world of cricket. So check us out, and we'd love to have you there.
Absolutely. We will definitely recommend and I will also check it out. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you to all the viewers for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire, press the bell icon as well. Till then, sit back and enjoy, and bye bye.
See you.